Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the house of David, which is the elect. Something real quick. As you see here, this is coming from Fox 6, Milwaukee. It says, Milwaukee man with AK-47 pistol arrested near RNC security zone charged. Okay, and as you see, the guy's name is Donnell Tinsley. Okay, as you see, he's a so-called black man. All right, a so-called black-looking man, rather. And something that I was meditating about, thinking about, even when the whole original assassination happened, before they, showed who was the assailant that did it. You know, when things like this happen, we always have it, in our mind that it could be some type of, false FLAG, and they try to use a Jake, face as the culprit, right? Because we know, according to prophecy, that there's going to be a time of trouble that's going to come upon Jacob, all right, as it says in the book of Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, Jacob's trouble. And as this truth has been going out, the tensions of the various different races here in Babylon the Great has been increasing. We know that there is there's going to be a heavy persecution, according to prophecy, upon the Israelites. All right, and that's whether you are Israelite, or not. But mainly upon the ones that know that they're Israelites. But nonetheless, you have this guy here was charged, as we read it, with a misdemeanor, right? So let's read it. It says a 21-year-old Milwaukee man faces a misdemeanor charge of carrying a concealed weapon near a Republic National Convention security zone. The accused is Donnell Tinsley. According to the criminal complaint, a Homeland Security Investigation Special Agent in U.S. Capitol Police were patrolling Republican National Convention Exterior Zone 1 on Monday, July 15th. While driving north of 11th Street near Highway Highland in Milwaukee, they spotted a man wearing black pants, a long-sleeve tan sweatshirt, black gloves, a ski mask, and carrying a large black tactical backpack, the complaint says. The man was walking away from an RNC security checkpoint. The special agent noticed the black backpack was hanging low on the individual and seemed as if it were heavy, the complaint says. And we always got to take these things with a grain of salt, okay, knowing that Esau's tactics, his devices, whether it be a setup, whether it be an MK Ultra individual, agent provocateur, regardless, a lot of things that this devil does is all enchantments. Okay. And not to say that this wasn't an actual, incident that occurred, but we know that there is a lot of BS, right? A lot of hidden agendas that this devil does, which ultimately, as it says in the book of Psalms, it's to shoot at the perfect. Okay, let's pull that up real quick. Psalm 64. Oops. Psalm 64, verse 2, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Okay, and the perfect is, ultimately the elect of Israel. Okay, but we know that this devil doesn't come straight forward. He does backhanded, things, as it says in another psalm, that in his right hand is the right hand of falsehood. Okay, so it says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. And they don't fear, they don't fear that Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shai, is watching them. All right. They don't fear that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. Okay, they don't fear that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has said, he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of my eye. So they're going to continue to do things that are going to, put us in precarious situation, put us in a demonizing position, ultimately try to, physically touch us, right? May throw us into prisons, things of that nature. And they think that they just going to be able to get that off. But as it says in the Psalms, the 37th chapter, Psalms 37, verse 12, it says, the wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. Okay? So no matter what takes place and what goes down, you devils, your day is coming. All right. And each day that goes by, it's only getting closer to the day that you're going to have to be recompensed. You're going to get paid back. Okay. And this is why we ultimately have nothing to fear. All right. We don't have anything to, be fearful of, when it comes to this devil and his schemes, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is in control, right? The deceiver and the deceiver are his. But going back to this incident, let's finish it off. It says, the special agent pulled up next to the defendant, identified as Tinsley, and began a conversation. The complaint says the agent noticed Tinsley's hands shaking, and Tinsley began to look left and right. The agent noticed a bulge in the defendant's waistband. When Tinsley was asked if he had a firearm, he said no. Tinsley then said, you can check me. Go ahead and look. So now, this is what was eyebrow raising to me, right? Because if this individual, right, was out here to, potentially do something harmful, why would he, be in a mindset of, why would he be so shook? Now, once again, like I said, it's not impossible that he did this on his own. He was acting by himself, right? But a lot of times when people get to the point where they are trying to do something like this, they in their mind they already are full of resolve, right? They already are in a mindset that they have, they have an agenda that they want to get accomplished, and the way that they're, setting it up. And it could be that he didn't even have, anybody in the RNC on his radar. Okay. It might be that he has some problem with a Jake, right? Or he was trying to, rob somebody that, rob some other civilian. You don't know. There's a bunch of different scenarios that could potentially be the reason. So it's all really just speculation. But once again, knowing how this devil operates, okay, and seeing how, we're in times where they are going to use false FLAGs and set us up, okay, men crept in unawares. And we've seen it, especially over here in Jersey with the whole scenario with the Jersey City shooting. Okay, so a lot of times when things like this happen, I always, when brothers be in a group chat, we always say, let's see what the manifesto says, right? Because there's always some manifesto, there's always something. And then, every now and then it gets tied to some type of what they call extremist ideology that they've been radicalized online by watching videos on YouTube. And that's how, they try to group us and demonize this truth. Okay, although we say time and time again, we don't advocate for any of those things. We don't teach any of those things. Okay, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. You see, but nonetheless, these things must happen because this is the story that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has played out. And the Lord, in order for us to be delivered, in order for the Lord to set up that standard, in order for the Lord to show his power, within, us as using us, he got to put us in positions to show his power. He got to put us in positions to set up that standard. He got to put us in positions to do miraculous things where, we wouldn't be able to defend or escape. Okay, so this is all just precursors to that. So reading on, it says after a pat down of Tinsley, the complaint says he consented to a search of his backpack. So he knows he has a weapon in his backpack, or maybe he doesn't even know, right? Maybe, like I said, he's on MK Ultra, and or maybe he was paid to do this, and then he got stopped, right? So he can get stopped, and then he can get arrested, and then you can see his face because now, right? You had the whole scenario that happened in PA, which that was an Edomite who did that, but now this guy, he didn't get caught. I mean, he didn't do anything, but he's arrested, and you see his face. So now you have this mindset that people can potentially be in, saying, "Oh, see, these blacks, these guys, they're trying to do something. They're trying to get our president. They're trying to hurt Trump. And this all can just, like I said, just potentially stir up more of that racial divide, which once again is biblical prophecy, as Yahweh Shai said, in the last days and the days before his return, right? In the days, right? Because remember, the disciples asked him, "What shall be the sign of thy coming in the end of the world?" Okay, we are in the end of the time. That word "world" means time, ages. So we are in the days of the end. So in the days leading up to the day of Yahweh Shai return, he said there's going to be certain things happening on the earth. One of those things was what? Nation shall rise against nation. Okay, that's what? Racial tensions. See? And that's not going to just happen overnight. That's not going to, people not going to just wake up and just like, oh, no. All right. Although there's that perpetual hatred of Esau to Jake, although that there's that spiritual separation that happened from the womb between Jacob and Esau, you still have to build. That has to get was stirred back up into the minds of people, and it's always been there, and we can clearly see it's getting more and more overt, right? It's getting more and more noticeable that there is this disdain or tension or divide between Esau and Jacob, which we know who the Edomites are, and we know who Jacob is, right? It says, when the agent opened the bag, he immediately spotted a concealed AK-47 pistol in the backpack. The complaint said the special agent asked the defendant if he had a concealed carry permit. And Tinsley stated he did not. Tinsley was then taken into custody. All right, it says the complaint says another search of the defendant's backpack was completed. Inside, officials located a fully loaded magazine containing blah, blah, blah caliber rifle ammunition. Also located inside the bag was a Scream movie mask, a flashlight, 2 sets of black gloves with rubber fingertips, a pair of sunglasses, and an Allied Universal Security uniform shirt, 2 cans of spray paint, and multiple empty designer marijuana bags. So clearly he had an agenda, right? Clearly he was he had a mindset that he wanted to do something. Now, it doesn't say what, but once again, I guess in the days coming, we'll find out. But at the end of the day, it's all a, how would you say, the story is painted out for you. All right, a so-called black man near the Republican National Convention. He had a gun in his backpack. He was wearing, black. He had a Scream mask. You already have this rhetoric, okay, about the left and then the right and the MAGA people and them wanting to get back their country, and they see Trump as a man to do that. So it's all there already. So us as being in the know and having the Rakakodash and the knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we could see right through this, and we know what is going on in the spirit. All right, and that's what ultimately matters. You got to stay locked in, tune in, in the spirit so that you can see afar off. You can know what's going on, all right, and not believe in everything, that they're trying to tell you, through the mainstream media and through the TV. All right. Knowing the will of Yahweh Bashim Shai and ultimately what Yahweh Bashim Shai has prescribed, all right, through the scriptures, that's what's going to take place. So this is 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11. Least Satan shall get an advantage of you. See, and that's why you have to be locked in. That's why you have to know the times. All right, redeeming the day. Yahweh Shai said you can discern the skies of the heavens, but you can't discern the signs of the times. See, these are signs of the times. So you have to be able to discern that through the spirit. It says, at least Satan, and if you're not able to do that, it says, well, at least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So if you're not locked in, if you're not, paying attention, you don't have the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, if you're not able to discern the signs, measure the times diligently, then Satan, right, can get an advantage of you using his sleight of hand, using his sorcery, using his wiles and his schemes. Okay, but we are not of them that can be deceived by this devil. All right, because we have been translated from the power of darkness to the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is the light. So we see it. We see right through all these things. So, I end it there, Lord willing. This was edifying unto the elect. Just as the scriptures say, stay circumspect. Okay, we are in very, very serious, dangerous times. A lot of things are happening. Okay, a lot of spirits are getting roused up. So there's a lot of commotion going on. So don't lose sight of the goal. Okay, which is ultimately salvation and being worthy to hear those words by Yahweh Shai. Well done, my good and faithful servant. All right, so with that, Lord willing, is edifying unto the elect. Till next time, shalom.